Hi, this is John from Sonic Drive Studio. Welcome to our new Axe-Fx amp model comparison video series. In this series, we're going to compare amp models of similar voicings in the Axe-Fx. And today we're going to start off with the Mesa Boogie Mark series amps in a metal setting. Let's jump in right away. First, you're going to hear the 3 amp channels solo without any backing. And then you'll hear the same riff again, but this time with drums and bass. Here we go. Alright, so that sounded pretty good. I'm a big fan of those amps for crushing metal tones. Bands like Metallica and players like John Petrucci from Dream Theater have made these amps very popular. They work very well for metal, progressive rock, or anything rocky that you throw at them, really. The guitar I'm using in this clip is my LTD KH602 Kirk Hammett model. It's a neck-through guitar with an alder body and a maple neck. And it just sounds really tight and crunchy. It's amazing for tones like this. The EMGs that are in this guitar also really help. The 3 presets that I'm using all feature the same IR, which is an Ownhammer IR from the Heavy Hitters collection, which was recently released. I'm using the 4x12 orange with the M25 cab. And for each of the tones, I'm using the Ownhammer 1.5 mix file. The settings of the amp block are the same in each preset, so you can take a look at the settings here. I always use a little bit of motor drive, and the low cut and high cut are set to remove some excess low and high end. Nothing else is happening here. So let's take a look at the individual presets really quickly. These are the basic amp settings for the USA 2C Plus Deep amp model that I've chosen. As you can see, the drive is set pretty high. I have the cut and the bright switch enabled. One thing that sets this preset apart from the other presets is that I switched the tone stacks. For this preset, I'm using the USA Rhythm tone stack. This gives it a much tighter tone. So I highly recommend you using that tone stack for this tone in this amp. And of course, the famous V setting in the equalizer block. Each preset has slightly different settings here because I wanted to match the tones a little bit. The test is not really scientific, but I tweaked them so that they sound really similar. I've also added a little bit of supply sag to make it a little bit bouncier and compressed. And I also tweaked the low resonance value here. This can be a very powerful setting to make the amp model match the IR that you're using. Other than that, I'm not doing anything in this preset, except for the noise gate, which is on all these presets on the same settings. Now let's go to the Mark II C++ preset. These are the basic amp controls. As you can see, the settings are similar, but not exactly the same. The equalizer block is slightly different here. This amp was already more scooped sounding, so I had to take out less mids. I've also adjusted the supply sag here a little bit and tweaked the low resonance again. That's it for this preset. And finally, the Mark IV amp preset. Again, the basic amp settings, quite similar to the other ones again, but no bright switch enabled this time. Here are the equalizer settings, supply sag, and the low resonance value. Now I'm using Reverb for all these presets. I have it set on Recording Studio A, quality is high, time is set to 1 second, and the mix is set to 9%. This gives the presets a nice roomy and realistic airy sound. I also highly recommend doing this for your heavy tones, or lighter tones for that matter. Okay, so to me they sound pretty close. What do you think? Leave a comment in the comment section and let me know which amp was your favorite. Stay tuned for more videos in the near future. We're going to do many more comparisons in various styles. To stay up to date, please hit subscribe, and you can also follow us on facebook.com/sonicdrivestudio. Before we end this video, we're going to listen to one more riff, first soloed and then in band context. Thanks for watching.